Good morning, everybody. I can actually still say good morning, but get this, the time is actually about 10:30. You're just joining me actually at the car park in Loughborough. I've just finished my mindful session. I was editing this morning, doing some edits on some thumbnails for YouTube and all that kind of bit. So yeah, this is the first shot of it, but coming back out into the wilderness. To be honest with you, part of me, let me just see what floor I'm on. You know what? We were on the red floor. They're all different colours, you see. Yeah, what was I saying? So, I was kind of in my mind thinking, like I had one of them moments where, I know I said it a couple of times about like, am I the car charity shop guy? I was thinking, the thing is the charity shop is a big part of like what I've done is my story. But the charity shop isn't something that I use as a means of my business anymore. And I kind of had that moment where I was thinking, am I going to kill off this kind of thing that I think is a good part of the system? In a sense where, like, realistically, it's a good thing to do. Like, it's a good thing to go to the charity shops. But at the same time, like, it's one of them things where you think, I don't know, I'm trying not to overdo the thing that I think has good value to do. However, saying that, I might go into a charity shop in a minute. Just because there's a charity shop literally down the road in a moment. But that's not what I've actually come here for. I'm just coming into Loughborough to get a coffee. Probably have a little look in the charity shop. If I'm being honest, actually, to go back on it on myself, I'd like to go to the charity shop where the woman said she watched the TikTok and she said I could come in and help her price some stuff and make a video. Now I want to find out if she will let me do something with that. Maybe not today. I kind of like, I don't know, I had a moment where I was like, let's just not kind of like do 101 charity shop videos and all this, because I don't know, if you run through it too fast, like you just like, you're burning a candle too quick. I don't know what an analogy I've got right now. I've not had a coffee yet for the day, and this is a big deal for me because normally my first coffee is at 7 a.m. But when I have my mindful practice, I don't like to have any like liquids or anything because I can't be asked to need a piss while I'm sitting down for like 2 hours talking about like my mind and self, and then in the back of my mind it's going, yeah, but I don't care about how I feel, I just need to go for a piss. Yeah, anyway, just gonna get a coffee. The discoordination is back on the socks as well. We've got pink on the left and green on the right. But what can I show you about what we're looking at right now? So we've got, that's called Casino, that's with Casino, and then there's Devonshire Fisheries. So Loughborough could be a non-real place or fictional, I think most like articulate people say. However, it just has a lot of charity shops, has a lot of other things. So the one that I want to go into is that one there, and we'll go into it a little bit. I think I'm just going to literally grab a coffee. Let me talk to you about something that has happened in the last couple evenings, and I want to talk to you about this. Okay, so I want to talk about copying, imitation, and this kind of ecosystem. Now, I want to disclaimer this shot before I start. This has no negative connotation to anybody who does copy. If that's what you do in terms of your business, then what I can assume from that is that you just maybe like to go for things where you think somebody is doing something successful and you want to jump to. And I totally get you. And this comes from, also actually, before I finish my disclaimer, another thing with disclaimering is anybody that makes a comment such as me about people that copy is probably somebody that hasn't always done things that are completely original. And what I mean by that is that sometimes I might do things that are based on, there's a lot of people coming out, I might have done a lot of things based on like inspiration and stuff like that. But copying, the art of seeing somebody do something and going, I'm going to do that. I'm not going to take any original adaptation from it. I'm just going to do that. I'm going to do that idea and with no sort of flair. Now, I don't really need to talk about specific things more, so just keep it as general as I can possibly. But the reason why, like, I don't know, I had sort of like an opinion about copying is I used to have it a lot when I was on ASOS. And ASOS used to always tell me, it's the imitation is the best form of flattery. And I totally get that imitation is a good form of flattery. Facts. But the issue I have with it is like, I suppose, hang on, let me just stop. I guess the issue that I think more so about it is like, I've never wanted to copy people. I've wanted to take parts of people's inspiration and make it my own idea. But when I see people who jump straight to something and I go, you've just seen that done because of this or because of that, and you've done it straight away. If you do something and you haven't originally had the idea, you're not going to be able to convict like an honest like longevity sort of plan with executing it, in the sense where, say one of my new things I'm doing is trying to like do this wholesaling thing, right? Buy bales. If it doesn't work out, it doesn't really like change my route. I think I mentioned a video like not long ago where I said I have like part A on plan A, part B on plan A, and then if the parts don't work on plan A, then we go to plan B and we go through the parts. And people might think, oh, what, like, you know, whatever the ideas are, but it's like a stringent idea of this is the route for how it will begin and this is where it will go. So like, say with the bales, at the moment, we're, let me just stop here for a minute and just change my hand, featuring Iceland in the background. So at the moment, like what I'm doing is working out on the option A on plan A. So for me, I'm like, I don't need to actually change any part of that process. At the minute, I don't need to do anything differently to that. I don't even need to think about the part B to plan A. I don't even need to think about all the confusion of the parts. I'm just doing it. But this came from like inspiration of an original perspective. I don't own the right of like buying and selling wholesale, and there's loads of people who do that and jump onto it because of different things all the time. But what my point was getting at is that if you've not originally had an idea, how long do you think you consistently can like show up for it? And do you think you'll be able to achieve what you want out of it if it's not an idea that you've actually gravitated towards naturally? That is my point. Anyway, coffee time now, where the only thing that's important is getting some flipping flat white situations in the cup. Right, so just sat down, having actually gone for ordering a second coffee as well. So I'm just literally just doing a bit of like admin stuff on the phone, but nothing too heavy admin wise. Like, I don't know, like I did 3 lives yesterday, 2 of them were Till, 1 of them was YouTube. Kind of looking and thinking, how much do I need to do on that today? How many of them do I need to do again? But I think whilst being sat here, I've been like listening to some conversations about people talking about charity shops, overhearing about that, and I think I'm going to go back into charity shops, but I'm going to have a go at trying to do a few different types of videos this morning. So we'll see. We'll see what we do. We'll see how it goes. And if it's shite, then you're going to come along for it anyway. This is a bit of a weird shot. Hopefully nobody's in here, but look at this toilet. They've got like all these strange little wild. There's me. Yeah. Quite cool, isn't it? Okay, so sat down, ended up having 2 coffees. It's quite funny actually. Like I was speaking to my dad, and like we speak mostly over like WhatsApp and stuff. If I've not seen him in person, and just sort of like he's quite a man of like few words. So he's like, "You doing a live?" And I was like just saying like, "Nah, I did 3 yesterday. I'll probably still do one anyway today." And I was just like, just having a coffee, and he went, "You need another coffee?" And I was just like, "I got another coffee." So that's it. I just had 2 coffees. That was all that clip was all centering around. But no, what I wanted to say is kind of just realised now after sitting there, listening to a couple of conversations about charity shops, just overhearing it. I think what I'm going to try and do, going to some charity shops now, is I'm just going to try and adopt some different styles of content. I don't even know what styles of content to be different yet. There's the one that I want to go into around the corner that's got a free rail. So one thing that like making content, the post and coffee perhaps. The content I make for TikTok has to sit under this ballpark, right? It's got to sit within a niche, but there's got to be value. If I go into a charity shop, what value do you get other than me saying, that's shit, that's cool, that's not? You don't get value from that. So what I need to do is instill education through it. So things to look out for, or like a video like things I wouldn't buy from the charity shop. Oh my God, that's what I'll do. Here's things I wouldn't buy in this charity shop. Here's brands to avoid in the charity shop. I'm just thinking of some live ideas. So that's what I'm going to do. But what I'm trying to get to is that the content that I make has to sit around this sort of like niche that gives value. Oh, one sec. Niche that gives value in a sense where it's like I need to basically sit within that ballpark, and that's what I'm figuring out. So join me as we turn the camera around and you can just see the likes of Loughborough for a minute. I think I'm going to go into the one across the road with the woman who said I can come in and change and come in and help with the prices. I'm not going to do that now, but I'm definitely going to see if we can do that in the next coming weeks. I think that'd be a good video. Now, most people will go, what do you normally do when you walk? Do you take in the scenery? Do you just breathe in fresh air? Or do you just sit there looking at things like TikTok? And most people just sit there looking at things like, oh, Sammy on my phone. Yeah, loads of messages, all that sort of stuff. This pizza place looks good. But yeah, I'm literally just gonna go and tap into 2 charity shops, not overkill the content, and just see if I can make something that's worth watching. That's the goal, isn't it? To make content that's worth watching. Luckily watch time lets me know whether I made a video that was awful or not. And shout out to the average watch time being 10 minutes on a video. That's, to me, really good. Yo, that dog's well fluffy. Yeah. Okay, so I just went to go and get this fleece. Guys, I've not actually given you an update since, but I've been into 2 charity shops. I made the TikTok videos, and I just went into the one with the £1 rail, or should I say what we thought was the free rail. Now, turns out to be a bit of a different situation. I haven't tried to get anybody in trouble in the process, but let me turn the camera around and explain to you what's just happened. So just had 2 sort of situations play out really. The first one was going to this charity shop so I went to 2. I definitely think it's time to try a different city, which I definitely will. But, yo, that doesn't look like a flipping place for ice cream with the red. From a graphic design perspective, that logo doesn't make me want to eat ice cream. No, what I was going to say is that, so I went into both 2 charity shops, right? The first charity shop I went into was the one that was down the road where I was going, right, okay, this woman in here, she's seen the videos, she's seen that, she knows what they're doing. So I was like, okay, cool. I went in there and I was like, look, is there any way that I can work on some content to come in here and help teach you the prices? Is there any way that we can work together? I can make content, I can help you out, and we have this I don't know, this harmonious good outcome for both of us. Unfortunately, she said you have to be a volunteer in order to do that, and it's I think it's kind of based on minimum hours. So unfortunately, as much as guys, volunteering is something that I don't want to say I'd love to be a part of. I'd love to just be able to have the time that was free around everything I do, to be able to say, yeah, I can give 5 hours a week. The reality is, guys, is what you see is a glimpse into what really it is. And I don't even have 5 hours a week for personal time, let alone 5 hours a week for that. Right now anyway, but that might change. But anyway, that was the first one. It's raining now. That was the first one. So I got a TikTok for that. And then the next one I went into was this other charity shop. And I went in on Sunday and the guy was just oh yeah, it's actually a free rail upstairs. And I was thinking, never seen that before. I made the video, posted all that. I was like, yo, it's a free rail. And then I just went in now and I was like, hey, is this a free rail upstairs? And she went, no, it's got a quid on it. And I was like, right, so it's not free? And she went, no. And I went, right, I owe you 2 quid for yesterday then, because I actually got 2 items for free, literally the other day. So, couldn't have made that video, or couldn't have put that out there and gone, oh yeah, let me try and document this, whilst I was just there, got flipping 2 items for free. So went and paid the charity their money, because you know what, flipping heck, I did feel bad taking free items when I did the other day, but then a part of me was thinking, you know what, if this is end of cycle stuff, the biggest problem is, and it's difficult because I've just not captured these conversations, I was just having the conversations, but I was talking to Heather, who was in Men Cap, the first one, and she was just talking to me about how they get all their donations through, and I said, I'd love to talk to you more about it, understand it, because she's just they don't have a lot of staff, obviously, for volunteers. They get all this stuff in the donation bags. And I was thinking, there's got to be some intervening way that they can have it done and ready for them. She said as well, the understanding of prices is that she kind of gets an idea for women's wear, but men's wear is difficult. And I think that's just that, maybe that preference of what you wear and how you price it. It's only women working in the charity shop. Not that that should change anything, obviously, but clearly for the middle-aged nature of the women, it might do. And obviously the volunteers are there to help, and I don't think volunteers as such are used directly to help assist with the logistics as much. That's for the managers in the charity shops. But she's funny. She was like, God, ain't you tried another village yet or something? I like people that can have a bit of banter, but I should have got her on the camera, to be honest. But again, I just get a little bit nervous, like filming with people, that naturally, because I'm just realising that what I think is normal and natural isn't everybody else's normal and natural. But the weather's absolutely abysmal. That 4-minute clip on this one, woi, oi, oi. I'm going to literally get, what am I going to do? I'm probably just going to go to work now, pass by work, probably see what Marge is doing, see what the ladies are doing. I've got a few little bits to do actually. I've got a little, got a specific bail to set up and make. Also gonna probably do a live and just keep it all moving, man. So yeah, let's just get on to the next bit. Let's very quickly see what this woman is up to. Probably have some loud music on. Oh, labels are in there. There we go, look at that. Labels are there. Who have we got? Where have we got? Are you in here? Okay, no, we're not. But the production is here, so, whoa. Okay, so these are the bales that I still need to do that I'm going to do today. That's that pile going down. We'll stay up here for a minute because of that music. Hang on. Unfortunately, guys, I have to be very vigilant and mindful with the music that's playing. Marge asked me to get these, so I've just got them. Actually, it still feels quite loud. But yeah, I'm being honest with you guys. The POA is a little bit like, just come in and set up a live, I think, and just do that. So when Marge gets back up here, we'll see what she's on with, because like I mentioned before, one of the things about being here for me, the most conducive time I have here is when I'm on my own and I can think and stuff. But when you work in a premises with lots of people who actually handle all the production, i.e. you don't see me here doing the parcels, that is somebody else that does that. I have to appreciate that there's going to be other people here, and as a result, those people are going to be here and they're probably going to speak. So what I'm going to do now is not be shit scared by Professor Snape that just keeps being in the corner. I really want to put him somewhere that like can make Marge jump, but I can't think where yet. That's just like an intrusive thought I've had. Let me think how I'm going to do this. Okay, live one has done. 10 to 3 is the time, and they're the bales that we sold, and these are the items. Some really good bits. I'll show you quickly because I just realised you lot probably want to see what's sold as well, just to be curious, because I did do that on some of the videos. So this sold, and these are the items that we sold. Now, I know they don't look very neat when they're not done up, but these are the ones that I went for. Night at the Museum hoodie went for about 10. Yeah, so actually got some really nice bits coming through that have been very nice. Look at this Patrick one. Oh, that one didn't actually sell. And that one didn't sell. And that one didn't sell. And, oh, no, here we go. Oh, no, that one didn't sell. So, sorry, that's just a live thought. And that one didn't sell. I've put the items in the wrong place. Anyway, these are the continued sales. So, I did this quite good incentive. So, when I did the 2 T-shirts, I was like, basically, I was showing 2 T-shirts starting at £1. That's what I was going to say. And I said, if it gets to 15, you get this extra T-shirt. I showed the T-shirt when it was at about £6, and it went to 15 straight away. These are other items that sold. I'm literally going to make a TikTok video of that Patrick one, but oh no, and they didn't. So that was that. What I'm noticing about this stuff at the moment, I'm actually going to go and get a quick coffee, I think, before I start this. It's going well, but yeah, it's good. I'm just thinking, I've got another live, and then we're going to do the YouTube live. It's all good, man. It's popping off in the right direction, and I just flipping love the streams. So there's nothing else left to say. Let's keep going. Oh, and just like that, we've done. So just bringing the last few up. Excuse the clanging, but I'm telling you what, guys, the bales are what people are liking. It's obviously a bit different. Like, we're taking a much bigger profit hit, but it's like the volume moved versus not moving the volume. So I'll get the shutters on the other way around. But yeah, it's one sec. Yeah, essentially what this is, guys, is it's like a totally different like system, in a sense where, you know, selling these items in the bales, compared to doing the individual thing, it's totally different in terms of like whether it's, you know, whether it's the same amount of beneficial system. Sorry, my hands are shaking. I'm ready for some food. I'm just gonna go to Waitrose and get some food now for the live. But yeah, I'm about to do a YouTube live as well. So the time is like 5:15, and it's kind of had me thinking what I'm gonna start doing, I think genuinely, is I'm gonna start doing the lives in like this sort of formation where I go, oh my God, it scares me every time I see it. Keep moving him around. Don't know, where I just kind of like, look how scary that is. I'll forget he's there as well. Hopefully she doesn't lock the gate either, because I'm not actually going. But yeah, it's just good. Like, good to variate things, good to try other options that work. I mean, let's get the little cables for it. It's good. I don't have much to report, and I've just been talking, but it's good. Right, guys, call me spent, because I think I'm spent. Did a live on YouTube, and I'll be honest with you, I think some things I need to just like maybe work on them being something that's a little bit more like planned out. So I did it again with like that sort of like 1 minute, lastminute.com giving notice. Still had like obviously a few faces come through and having a chat. Like I like that sort of stuff. Obviously I like it to have like a realistic placement of something where I'm like, yeah, I'm doing this for this. This is equaling this, you know, and if I'm being honest, the YouTube is my way of like doing content that doesn't need me to essentially just like be a salesperson. Like being a selling person is honestly great. I love it. And it's, you know, it's the bread and butter of what I actually do and what I have to do in order to maintain everything. But being able to like make content where I'm not directly trying to be a salesperson and just be like just a human being, it's just really nice. It's really nice. But I will just have a little chat with you on the turnaround in a minute, and then we will sign it off and finish this off. Yeah, these were some of the sales that we had today. It's kind of interesting at the minute with like this organised structure. So we've got like the bales here that I've been ready to pick up tomorrow, the stuff that we've sold that we're getting ready to put in the bags, and then the stuff that's up there has just been sold that's in the little organisation. You've got little piles from the bundles. We've got these sold items here, and then the bundles over there. So like there's loads of pockets of piles, and that's good. One of the things I'm like quite looking forward to, I guess, is I really want to get to the point. I really want to get to the point. Just leave them in there for now. Where like we get to this point where we're like, oh my God, we've like emptied everything, and then we can build it back up. Because even with like these kilo rails, I think I made a point on the live actually. But you know, one thing I want to do is just kind of go, let me get like 10 shirts on here, put them on there, start them at a fixed price, and then people can just buy them in that capacity. Because these all unbranded, I start at £2.50 per kilo. So I could get 10 shirts, weighs 2 kilos, start it at a £5. And then, you know, the entry point is really easy. And the thing is it will start at a £5, but 10 shirts might still go for like 12 quid, 13 quid. So it helps us with where we're working with it. You know, it's good. I haven't really got much else to add other than saying it's good. It's all interesting stuff. I definitely think, you know, with like these log videos and this sort of like daily process, I'm really enjoying realizing that like every day it's just different, but every day it's like, it does feel like getting closer to some sort of like either realization or some sort of, how do I say it? Like, I don't know, like we're getting somewhere. It feels like there's been a progress. If I look back at like log day 1, all of this stuff wasn't probably even in my brain to do this. And that's what's interesting, is it's like, this is happening like 35 days of it, like this cycle is going. So who knows in 35 days, am I going to be in different countries making content? Am I going to still be here? Are we going to be like with a podcast space? I don't know, because the way that ideas just become like implemented very quickly is very exciting. But anyway, I should be going swimming, but I am not. One thing that I definitely am struggling with, not struggling, but what I will say is, when you take lots of parts on in business, the routine of all the other bits has to be important. Like, I've got into the gym, like, a lot. And as a result, things like swimming and running, like, I just, like, it's just easy to go to the gym. Like, and just do my exercise, get up a sweat, work on the muscles, and then leave. But the thing is things like swimming and running, they really help, like, build different parts of the muscle and things like that. But I think at the moment, I'm just, like, I like the system I have where I'm like working in the morning, then I'm having a break, and then I'm coming back. And and I'll be honest with you, going swimming of an evening just doesn't currently sit with something that I'm interested in doing. Full stop. I love swimming, but at this moment in time, I don't know, maybe it's just like the live streams and all this sort of content and stuff, like, I'm not inspired to go and like thrash about in a pool for an hour and a half and get a sweat on, because I feel like I'm genuinely exhausted from the way that the days have gone. That's just a little side thought. This is me trying to like appease the guilt I feel for almost not swimming and doing cardio for about a month. But, you know, sometimes you have to take a break from things in order to come back and find love for them. So, yeah, it's all good. But anyway, I'm going to go now, just take myself home and, yeah, just take myself home. I can't think of anything else to add right now. So, guys, stay safe, stay sustainable, keep doing you. If you want to like, comment on any of the posts, that's really cool. And if not, don't worry, and I'll catch you tomorrow.